Alright guys, just thought I would get on top of this bodyweight fitness bodyline aspect just to demonstrate for people in my own way what I do and how I do it. So maybe you can do it like this as well. I mean, here I am doing the first plank, just getting comfortable, and see how I'm really flat the bottom half. See, I'm squeezing my glutes. Everything's being squeezed, but particularly my glutes, because you want to keep in that hollow body, otherwise you're not really doing it right. I'm also doing it a little more advanced than the standard. My elbows are a little further forward, making it harder. Here we're going to go into reverse. Now my reverse isn't that great because anything behind my body, my shoulders are just not mobile enough, or there's something not quite right. So this could use work, but when I do it, I get a mad stretch in my biceps anyway. In addition, it's still worth doing for me, even though I think the form's a bit off. I could tuck my chin in a little more here, but the whole underside of my body gets a good burn by the end of it, which is what I'm looking for. You want your glutes activated, your hams activated, and your lower back activated. That's essential for this one. Breathing, holding, solid. All right. We're now moving on to a side plank, very popular. This is going to get your obliques firing. Anyone wants obliques, tell them to do this. Form for this is really just everything in alignment. That's probably the first thing people do wrong. The hips are too far forward or too far back, and it's really hard to tell unless you do record yourself or you have someone to guide you. In addition, my shoulders are trying to be in alignment there, but it's a pretty good side plank. I've put a bit of work into it, and what you want to do while you're holding this solid position is tend to squeeze the elbow down towards the toes and squeeze the toes or feet up towards the elbow. That's to ensure that you're activating the right areas. It's supposed to be along that whole side of your body. The whole underside of your body should be tense during it. So then here we're going to do a crowd favorite called hollow body. Now of all these bodyline exercises, this seems to be the hardest. It's not physically hard, it's a mental challenge more than anything. Your brain will give up before your body does during this exercise. I'm just laying it out. It's the most important thing with this is to really make sure your butt is squeezed up in that hollow body position. You don't want your butt to droop, you don't want your back to arch. It might a little bit towards the end, so you want to avoid it as much as possible, otherwise it's not worth doing. And here I do a bit of a transition towards the end just to make the full minute, is to just ease off a bit of the weight down that end of the exercise and just finish myself off. Finished. Excellent. We're going into some, what's it called? Arch hold. Arch hold, I like to call it Superman. And thinking of myself as Superman actually makes it a lot easier. I can get to the end. I'm like, Superman, I'm on a mission to keep my hands up, my feet up, and just squeezing up pretty much as far as my body will allow me, and squeezing out. Up and out is really my cues for this one. And shoulders, forward as far as I can, up to my ears, and just squeezing. Just pretend I'm flying through the sky and I'm on a mission. And it gets me to the end of the full minute that I do this one for. That's pretty much it. And there it is, guys. That is the Bodyweight Fitness Bodyline component. And I want you to incorporate this into basically every session you do. And it should be a sort of circuit that primes the body. It's a circuit that you do with no pausing as a warm-up to get the blood flowing and to get your core tight, so you're activating on the front and back. Any of your skill work, your strength work will be, safer. I mean, your joints won't hurt after a session, especially a heavy or hard session, when your body is primed to be able to perform, at its most optimum. In addition to this, I would pick one day of the week where you work on this as a form of exercise to progress on. And to do that, you would do what is the most difficult, variation of each of these that you can do, and for the longest period of time. Something to work on each week once a week so that you actually get better at them as well. I mean, it's really beneficial to progress on some of these ones, you know. To do a more advanced plank or a variation of plank is really beneficial. So that's my recommendation for the Bodyline aspect of the Bodyweight Fitness program. I assume it's hopefully useful for some of you who don't really know how to do it, or, you know, give me some feedback, give me some comments, give me some likes, whatever. I don't really mind. I appreciate some input. I just thought I'd put it together to help whoever it is out there that might find it useful. So thanks.